Hi you guys, so today I'm going to be basically showing you guys how to properly or correctly script, and this is basically a follow-up video to the first video that I've ever posted. I feel like I left out some tips and tricks. I left out a lot of answers to some questions that you guys had, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in. It's the end of the year. I know a lot of you were like, yes, Bree, give me the goods, girl. So I'm gonna give you the goods so you guys can get a jump start, head start, pre-start, whatever you want to call it, on your 2022. So first of all, I have my little pouch thing, have my pouch here. So I know in my first video I said to get supplies that you like, right? I want you guys to, you want to make this as personal and as comfortable as possible. So personalize it, right? So for me, this is actually a pouch I use for sketching, but you can use blue ink. I know people make a big deal about blue ink. I just want to clarify, you guys, what is going to work for you is what you believe is going to work for you. If you don't believe blue ink pens are special and they don't do anything different and it's a pen is a pen is a pen is a pen, then by all means, that's how you're going to treat all pens. But I just wanted to clarify that. All right. And I'm going to zip this back up and move it out of the way. And also, you're going to, of course, other than a pen, like I have here, you're going to need a notebook. So this is actually one I found that I'm going to be using solely for today, solely for showing you guys how to script. And again, I recommend getting stuff that you like. You know, in my first video, I had some pretty cute notebooks with like sayings and quotes. So you can get notebooks like that. However, this is just a generic little college ruled book, which I really like to use because I just feel like you get more space. This one is wide ruled. But anyway, so to start, I'm going to actually move this out of the way. So I recommend that, you know, you put yourself in a comfortable place or position. You know, I also had a lot of people saying, oh, well, do I do this every day? Do I read it every day? Guys, that is not mandatory. You do not have to do that. I have a video for people that are lazy scripters. I have something for people that are not lazy scripters that I will also be putting up. But for this, I'm showing you just pure, solid, basic, traditional, classic scripting. So this is not 5x55. It's not the, it's not the 369 method. It's not the 33x3. It's not bullet points. It's just straight up scripting. All right. So I actually tore some pages out of this a long time ago, so we can ignore that. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. So like I said, I have my pen here, and you do not have to date it. I got that question a lot too. I personally like to put dates, so when things do manifest, I get to look back and be like, oh my gosh, right? And it's not so much to say, oh, look, this manifestation took me, 2 weeks, or this manifestation took me 2 years. It's more so for me to see and remember where I was at that place in my life. And I didn't clarify that the first time, but there's been times where I've manifested and, I was able to look back and say, oh, I remember this point in time. I was going through it. I had so many doubts at that time. It was just a lot. And, to see the turnaround is amazing. Right. So that's why I like to that's one of the reasons why I like to put the date. And I actually, what is today? Actually, today is November the 29th, actually. Isn't it, you guys? Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm going to put 21. Okay. So now for this next part, like I told you guys before, I want you to put what your beliefs are, what you're comfortable with, right? For me, I am a Christian. I've said that. I say that in every video that has to do with my scripting stuff. God is my higher source, right? So that's what I'm going to write this to. That's who I'm addressing, right? Maybe if, you just believe in, like law of attraction or whatever, you put dear universe, right? So you put whatever pertains to you and your spirituality, okay? Dear God, dear universe, dear Allah, dear, and then for some of you, if you don't have a certain spirituality, if you don't believe in anyone or anything, you don't have a higher source that you feel like supplies you or anything like that, or that you receive from, you can put dear self or dear future me or dear, and then write your name, but the point is to put what resonates what makes you comfortable. You want to personalize your scripting experience as much as possible, because that's what's going to bring you the results. Not writing exactly what I say or what someone else says, but writing what's on your heart, what's on your mind, what's on your spirit, what's in your soul. That's what you're going to pour out in these pages. All right. So let me see if I can zoom in a little closer. All right. So I'm going to put, for me, dear Abba, all right, addressing God. Now, my last video, I said to address your, write gratitude, right? And I'm actually going to alter that a little bit, because one thing I notice people say is that, oh, I have doubts. And I just want to clarify that your higher source, your higher power, whatever you believe in, it knows that. Even if you don't believe in anything, subconsciously, right? Your brain, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, it knows that you're a human being, right? You're going to have doubts. You're going to have blockages. You're going to have some negative thoughts from time to time. So it's fine. But what matters is you saying, despite that though, despite all of these things that I can see with my visible eyes, it does not change the fact that there are things going around in the background that I can't see, that I don't know about, that is pushing me and accelerating me towards where I'm trying to be and who I'm trying to be. Right? So I'm gonna go ahead. I already wrote Dear Abba. I'm gonna put thank you for, and then you can say what I put that I'm thankful for. Well, we can start simple, right? Thank you for today. Right? I love, well, no, let me think. Thank you for today. You can put every day or every passing day I know is a day closer to my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, and my overall vision for my life and my reality. Now, notice that I did not say my future, okay? You can say your future, but your present moment is always going to be changing, right? So right now, as I'm writing this, I am in a present moment. And when you think about your visions or your reality for your life, right? I personally don't want to say future, because to me, again, perspective and narrative is everything when it comes to manifesting. So for me, when I say future, I feel like I'm pushing it towards me when it's already here. It's already present, right? So this is why I said thank you for my overall vision for my life and my reality, period. My reality in its entirety, not just my future, not just my present, not just my past. All right, so thank you for today. Every passing day I know is a day closer to my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, and my overall vision. I love synonyms. Very important, I feel like, when you're scripting. Overall means overall, covering everything. So if there's a word I forgot to put in, goals, dreams, wishes, aspirations, desires, whatever it is umbrellaed with the word overall, right? So like I said, my aspirations and my overall vision for my life and my reality. Now this is key. This is one of my favorite affirmations to remind myself of. Despite, can you guys see that? What my eyes can see, I know that regardless of that, I am destined for greatness, for victory, for good success. for peace, for happiness, full or abundant living. And of course, you can write out whatever you want. I just wrote what came to mind for me, what's on my heart, what I'm thinking about, right? So what we're saying here is we are addressing the doubts and the negative thoughts without addressing it. All right, we're addressing it without, you know, pointing it right out front. Okay, so we're saying, despite what my eyes can see, what my eyes are limited to, right? I'm sitting in a room right now. I cannot see outside of the door. I know that there's things going on outside of this room. I know that people are moving around, talking, things are changing outside of this room, right? And a lot of the time with our desires, you know, we can only see our day to day. We can't see that end point or that end goal physically, tangibly yet, right? So this is why this is important. This is significant. We're saying, despite what my eyes can see, comma, doesn't bother me, guys. I know that regardless of what my eyes can see, I am destined for greatness, for victory, for good success, for peace, for happiness, for abundant living, right? And so again, I'm addressing my higher source. You're going to be addressing, you know, whatever you like. But you're going to say, thankfully, that is what you see. And have in store for me also. Okay. Now, I notice that for me, when I'm manifesting, and I know for the sake of this video, I'm going to be trying to umbrella everything, right? Because let's be honest, let's be realistic with ourselves, right? We don't want to just have one area or two areas of our lives popping, right? We want to have all aspects of our lives thriving, right? So I put, thankfully, that is what you see and have in store for me also, right? So your higher source has that in store for you already. It has it in store for you too, that greatness, the victory, the good success, right? So after writing that, I'm going to put, oh, I just lost my train of thought, you guys. Ooh, it left me that fast. But, well, let me go back and reread a little bit. I put, destined for greatness, for victory, good success, peace, happiness, for abundant living. Thankfully, that is what you see and have in store for me also. Because also for your higher source, you need to have a good opinion. You need to have a good perspective on what or where you are receiving from, even if you don't believe in anything and you do believe in yourself or your subconscious mind or your spirit, right? You need to believe that your spirit, your higher source, your higher power is all, it has good in store for you, right? It's not gonna just throw you curveballs and try to, you know, test you or to make you wait, right? It's not holding anything back from you, right? Right? It's not trying to keep you from having this. It wants you to have these things, right? So all we're doing right now at scripting is basically coming into agreement with that, changing the perspective, changing the narrative, changing the self-concept. All right. So thankfully, that is what you see and have in store for me also. And then I'm going to put, quite literally, and I'm writing how I speak, you guys. I highly recommend you write how you speak. So, you know, you can put child, you can put sis, you can put, what's some more slang? I sound old. I feel old. I can't think of anything. Bestie. Like, you know, address your higher source, how you speak. Your higher source wants you to be comfortable. Write it that way, right? So quite literally, all aspects, areas, and compartments of my life are thriving. No, excessively. Excessively thriving. Right? And I want to also put this because I notice there's been times in my life where I feel like I've had to sacrifice one part of my life for another part. So, you know, some of you might feel like you've had to sacrifice your social life or your romantic life for work, right? You've had to sacrifice your family life for work, right? So we want to specify that, you know, quite literally all aspects and areas of our lives are excessively thriving. All the areas, right? We're not sacrificing one for another. They are all thriving. All of them. Every single one. Okay? And I should have put all aspects and compartments of my life are excessively thriving. You know what? I know I put this little exclamation point. We're going to turn it into a comma. Because your heart starts, you good. If you make a mistake, or it's cool to scratch it out, all right? But quite literally, all aspects and areas and compartments of my life are excessively thriving in every single way. Okay? So, I feel like this is a very good way to start your scripting. You can pour your heart out for this part, but I just feel like addressing, you know, getting in the right mindset, starting this framework, right? Starting this framework of thank you for today. Today is meaningful. Today is important. Today is relevant. We spend too much of our time today thinking about, oh, I didn't get all this done yesterday. Right? And then we spend tomorrow thinking, oh no, what am I going to have to do tomorrow? Right? So be thankful for the present moment of today, right now, sitting down, watching this video, following along with this video, whatever you're doing. Thank you for today, period. Right? So far we have thank you for today. Every passing day I know is a day closer to my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, and my overall vision for my life and my reality. Despite what my eyes can see, I know that regardless of that, I am destined for greatness, for victory, for good success, for peace, for happiness, and for abundant living. Thankfully, that is what you see and have in store for me also. Quite literally, all aspects, areas, and compartments of my life are excessively thriving in every single way. Boom. Now, you can quite literally be done right here if you'd like. I always tell you guys, when you're done, you can sign it with your name. You can write it's finished. You can write boom, bada, boom, bop. I don't know. Whatever to you is like your way of saying a signature and being like, that's all, right? For those of you that have seen The Devil Wears Prada, right? Miranda goes, that's all, and puts her glasses on because she's done. She's over it, right? Make your closer. Find your closer. Okay? Find your closer. But you can stop right here. If you're just, you know, you just want to script something real quick and you want to address like all areas of your life are on and popping and are good, fine, done here. However, if you want to get into specifics, let's do it, right? So let's say that, you know, and again, for scripting, what you're doing is writing out the visions that have been put on your heart, that have been put in your mind, things that you might not have tangibly, right? That you don't have physically, that you can touch, feel, taste, hear, you know, that you can indulge in your five senses. It is five, right? Yes. Sorry, yes. I couldn't remember for a second. My brain was fuzzy. Anyway, your five senses, right? That's what you're going to write out. What you're writing out when you're scripting is what's on the heart, what's on the mind, what's in the spirit. You are not going to write out what you have been told you want or what you think you should want because of this or that, or because of so-and-so told me I should want this, or this would be a better fit for me. Wrong. No. You are writing down what you want for you, what has been put on your heart, what you desire for you. Okay? So let's get into some specifics. Let's say in my last example, I did a car. And just to disclaim you guys, I have not manifested anything that I've done in the example videos because it's not something that I actually wanted. It was just something I was using as an example. There was no intention or anything, no purpose behind me. It wasn't charged. It was just an example. Okay. But I have had things come true that I have scripted. Well, not come true, but I have had things manifest in its entirety. All right. So, what we're going to do now, specifics. So let's say, now that you've done this and you've said that you're thankful, let's say that you're trying to manifest a new apartment, right? You're going to write out that apartment. Now you can put, I will have the apartment. You can write it however you want. Like I said, what's going to work the best is what you believe is going to work the best, what resonates with you, what you're the most comfortable with. So I'm going to put literally, I cannot believe. Well, no, let's not put I cannot believe. I am so excited that I am finally moving into and then you can put, I'm moving into my studio apartment, I'm moving into my 2-bedroom apartment, you can put whatever you want. I'm moving into my penthouse suite, darling, right? Put whatever you like, but I'm gonna just say I'm so excited that I'm moving into my brand new apartment. It literally has all of what I wanted, right? And I like using the past tense of wanted, because it's like it has everything I wanted, meaning you have it now, right? Now you could also say it has everything I want, saying, also clarifying that you have it right now and everything that you want is in it now. But like I said, I feel like the words are very important, they're significant. Let me zoom in some. Has all of what I wanted. A washer and dryer. So what we're doing here is adding detail, right? What you know you want, right? You don't want to have to go to a laundromat and get the quarters and all of that, right? You want it to just be in your apartment, right? So again, this is why I said you're going to make it personal, because you're going to write down the things that are benefits to you, what appeals to you, right? So a washer and dryer is included. A fridge, an electric stove. It's perfect, right? Again, personalizing it, just writing how I speak. Writing as if you're talking to a friend, right? Writing to, and that's something else too when it comes to higher sources. I don't want you guys to, yes, your higher source is supplying, but your higher source is also your friend. It's your companion. You talk to them like you talk to your BFF, right? Your higher source knows everything about you and knows things about you that you haven't even discovered about yourself yet, because you haven't gotten to that point with yourself yet, right? So there's no need to be shy or super formal. Like, write it down, write it down, write it down. Anyway. So it's perfect, right? Also, they allow pets, right? So we just wrote out that we have our apartment, right? So we can put, it has 2 bedrooms. We can put, I love the fact that it has 2 bedrooms. And then whatever bonus, and a balcony. It's exactly how I envisioned it, but better. Setting ourselves up to over-receive, to overachieve, right? It's not just exactly how we envisioned it, but it's even better than that, right? Set yourself up to over-exceed, right? A lot of the time we set ourselves up for the worst possible situation. We're flipping a switch, flick, okay? We're doing the opposite. If you can do it the other way, if you can do it the negative way, you can flip it for your gain for the positive way, right? And also I put, it's exactly how I envisioned it, because that's how you want things, right? You guys want it the way that you see it in your head. You want the fantasy, you want the story, you want it the way that your brain gave it to you, your heart gave it to you, right? So this is why we write, it's exactly how I envisioned it. However, sometimes, like we said earlier up here at the top, right, our eyes can only see but so much, right? And I feel like spiritually, you can experience things without having to physically experience it, if that makes sense, right? So you can put, it is exactly how I envisioned it. But because there's some things that we might be overlooking or forgetting, or we're not at, there's some more self-growth that needs to happen, some more self-concept growth, we're going to add in this little savor, this little umbrella of but better. Okay? So once we do that, and again, this will apply to anything. So if you are trying to manifest your dream career, dream job, if you're trying to manifest, money, a relationship, whether it be a romantic one or a best friend, I have other scripting videos that I will leave in the description box for you to use those, because this is pretty small and I go into more depth specifically for those other topics. And if you want physical changes too, that is also a video that I already have done. All right, so what we're gonna do is sign this off, right? So we wrote down the specific, and then we're gonna put thank you. Thank you. You can even put just a simple thank you. This is how life was made to be for me. Was and is made to be for me. Thank you for always pushing me, well, guiding me. I'm going to cross that out. Guiding me forwards. And then you can put, if you want to make it even personal, you can put I love you. Right? Addressing your higher source, right? And then you can put signature. You can put like it's done, it's finished, right? Put whatever you want. But I wrote, thank you. This is how life was and is made to be for me. Thank you for always guiding me forwards. I love you. All right. Now, gonna cover a few topics. Like I said earlier, you do not have to read this. You do not have to write this, read it or write it. You do not have to read it or write it every single day. What we have done here, set it and forget it. I like to set it and forget it. I don't even think about this. I will go off and manifest some other things. I'll go focus on some other things. I will go, take inspired action towards these goals, right? So if you're trying to manifest a new apartment, maybe take some time to make a vision board, right? I have a video on doing vision scripting if you guys want to do that for 2022, right? Do things that are going to further expand the vision, further expand the goal, further, just further that vision that you have for your life and the things that you want, right? You can write literally about anything. Just to read through this really quickly. Dear Abba, with the date, thank you for today. Every passing day I know is a day closer to my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, and my overall vision for my life and my reality, right? Despite what my eyes can see, I know that regardless of that, I am destined for greatness, for victory, for good success, for peace, for happiness, and for abundant living, right? Thankfully, that is what you see and have in store for me also. Quite literally, all aspects, I can't even read my own handwriting. All aspects, areas, and compartments of my life are excessively thriving in every single way, right? Literally, I am so excited that I'm finally moving into my brand new apartment. It literally has all of what I wanted. A washer and dryer is included, right? A fridge and an electric stove. It is perfect. Also, they allow pets. Pets, you guys. Pets, right? I love the fact that it has 2 bedrooms and a balcony. Right? It is exactly how I envisioned it, but better. Right? Thank you. This is how life was and is made to be for me. Thank you for always guiding me forwards. I love you. Thank you. And then sign with our closer, right? Beautiful. And you know what? Something else I just want to say, you guys. Your higher source knows you so well, right? Knows you better than you know you, right? In every passing day, you are learning yourself better. You are learning yourself more. You are building up that self-concept, right? And I don't want you guys to feel like, oh no, this is too little, or oh no, this is too big. No such thing. No such thing. The only reason why you feel like your manifestations are big or small is because 1, you might be comparing them to someone else's manifestations. 2, someone else was projecting onto you by trying to tell you, oh, what you're trying to manifest is too big or too small, right? Or 3, you feel like it's too big or too small because you maybe have never seen it before, right? And I think that you should be treating yourself at an even playing field, because there are probably a ton of things in your life that are big and small that has happened or manifested, right? Or again, to someone else, something to you that's small to them is big, and something to them that's small to you is big, right? So again, it's all about that perspective and the narrative, and how at the end of the day we end up looking at it, how we end up seeing it. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. Again, you're writing from the heart. You are writing for you. You're not writing for the version of you that you think other people are looking at or are seeing, right? You're not writing out what others perceive about you. You are writing what you want from your core, from your heart, from your spirit. Okay? Make this process as comfortable as possible. Cut on some meditation music, do whatever. But the point is getting to your own core and pouring your heart out, pouring out the vision, pouring out what you see, right? Because if you can see it internally, it can come out externally, right? Everything that we have, everything that we see, it started out as a thought. It started out as someone's idea. It started out as a vision that they had. And then they went towards it. They were like, they trusted it, right? They had the faith for it, right? This is what you're doing. You are pouring out the idea. You are allowing this to start flourishing and blossoming. All right. So I hope you all have a great end of your 2021 and an even better beginning, even better start to your 2022. Come back to this video at any time that you need. And I will see you in the next one. Also, just wanted to tell you guys, I have also written a few ebooks. If you'd like to read them, I go a little bit more into depth about some of the things that I said in this one. I talk about your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, how to hack it, and how it affects your manifesting abilities and manifestations. And I also wrote an ebook about how to make it make sense. I called it Make It Make Sense, actually. But it's about manifesting and connecting that line between your emotions, your feelings, your desires, and your childlike mind. And how your childlike mind you use to manifest, and how to get back into the flow of using it to manifest. And then more recently, I have two more that I wrote. One is called Interval Manifesting, for those of you that are antsy and or you like a bunch of manifesting techniques, but you're not sure which one to use or how to use them, and you feel overwhelmed. That book helps you become unoverwhelmed. I've actually been putting some of what's in there to practice. And I also have another ebook, which is a 5-day manifesting guide, which I'm really, really proud of. It's so simple, so easy, and you can actually tie it in. Well, any of those books you can tie in with manifesting to just build your self-concept, build who you are, build your self-awareness, and to really tap into these things that's in you. I mean, and I know this is a technique. I always tell you guys not to get wrapped up in techniques, because at the end of the day, it's not the thing. This is a tool. Scripting is a tool. This pen is a tool. This notebook, tool. But it is not the thing that's making it happen, right? So just wanted to put that out there. And also, if you would like to donate, I've had a few people ask if I had like a button or a Cash App or anything like that. The link for that is in the description box if you would like to. And again, you guys, you do not have to purchase anything. You do not have to purchase my books. You do not have to purchase my courses or coaching with me or anything. It's all optional. If you want to and you want to further yourself and you want to do that for yourself, then by all means, treat yourself. For those who watch Park and Rec. Or if you just want to be nosy, I have my site, manifestwithbree.com. You can find my ebooks and coaching and all of that there. And also, for those of you that, you can't really do group coaching, but you want to be able to sort of have like a little bit of a one-on-one, you want to be able to ask me direct questions, I have a fan house account, which also, in turn with you being able to message me, and I can't guarantee that I will reply within 24 hours, but for any of you that, want to be able to have your questions answered directly, or be able to ask me anything at any time, or ask me anything specific, or you want me to write a template for you for something that you're trying to manifest, or you want sample affirmations, you can actually get them from me on Fan House. Also on the Fan House, I post like little goodies, tips and tricks. I show you guys my manifestation routine and some of the things I'm doing and manifesting for. I give you like little cheat sheets, affirmation sheets, little guides, little printables, little ebook snippets, things like that on there that you can download and save and keep and, just use. It's just a gift for being subscribed. So you can check that out also in the description box. Again, all optional, not mandatory. All right. But anyways, Thank you guys so much. I hope you're having a nice morning, night, evening, day, wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.